visit some brother right on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic. I hope you're having a glorious, glorious day by the time you get this video. There is a rumor that's out that Black China and Rob Kardashian are trying to get back together. Now, the last time somebody asked her, would she go back to Rob? Excuse me. She said no. She said, excuse me, I'm going to have to fix this. She said no. She said, no, I don't ever see me going back to Rob. So obviously, excuse me, Baby Kong is not in here, so I have to do this. So she's not going back to Rob. So, I mean, she said she wasn't going back to she wasn't going back to Rob. And now she's back with Rob. I wonder what that's all about. What is that all about? Why is she going back to Rob? Rob Kardashian. She said they're talking on the phone. How is the mother going to deal with that? How is the sisters going to deal with that? First of all, I can assure you this. Nobody's going to tell Rob what to do. Not the girls, not the mother, not anything. And I can truly say, from where I've seen over the years, the mother loved Rob. And whatever Rob needs to give her peace or give peace to Rob, she's willing to do. So if Rob want to go back with Black China, I want to know, what is the mother thinking? I'm thinking if it's going to make her baby boy happy, she's going to be happy. But it isn't the mother, maybe. I mean, maybe it is. But it seems like it would be the sisters, especially Chloe. Especially Chloe. Why? Because she's the one that has the most time dealing with, excuse me, breakups. So it seems like Chloe, and she seemed like she was at one point the closest with Rob. And because she's more of the family-oriented one, I don't think that she would, I think her and Rob still probably close. They just don't, he don't want to have anything to do with the show, that's all. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it, nothing. At least not be on it. I don't think he wished them no bad luck or no ill will, but he don't want to be out there because the public wasn't good to him at all. But I always adore Robert Kardashian. And now that he's with Black China, or allegedly they're talking, do you think that they're going to work? Do you think that they'll work well together? Do you think? Because you can break up and get back together. Time has changed. When she was with them, she changed. She became a Christian. She changed, and she was good for Rob at one point. I think if she's willing to turn her life around, Black China, and if she's really the Christian woman that she said, and she goes back to Robert, and if he changed, I think they can make it. Anything is possible. Anything. It's just odd to hear that now. You know, it's hard to hear that they could be getting back together. So let's run some cards and let's see, what is it? Are they or are they not? Here we go. So this is Rob, Death, and this is Black China, the Hangman. Wow. I be getting these cards that be blowing me away. So when I have Death for Rob, and I have the Hangman for what you call it. So I'm thinking that I'm not sure, because I'm learning the cards, but I think the Hangman is water, and I think Death is water. I definitely see harmony with water. And with Death, I think that Rob, in a sense, has died. And not died like formaldehyde did. I'm not talking about that. You don't hear of him. He stays out of the news. He stay away. But yet, it seems here when you see Black China, it's like she done went somewhere, got her head together, gotten herself straightened out somewhat, and she's enlightened and separated herself from the situation. And so yet, so we see death and we see the hangman joined together. So what could they have that maybe she was patient and maybe she needed to take some time, even if nothing come out of this, but they become better parents to their child. That's a wonderful thing. But it just seemed like when it's death, it's always about death, a dying of something old and a rebirth of something new. And it could just be that she could see his health. His health could be something, and she could be there ready to help him recharge, rejuvenate again. But not to tear him down, because when I saw the show, it was like Black China was very cruel to Rob, very cruel, in my opinion, and they were mean to each other. So, and looking at this, I think it could be a new beginning for Rob, but I do see that this is not something that they're rushing into. This is how it looked for me. It's not something that they're rushing into, but you got two major arcanas. And I think that maybe Black China is looking at it. She's what she had with Rob. She probably could see the good in him. Most times when women go back to men, that's because they were good to them and they didn't appreciate it. And maybe her being out here, because I'm kind of shocked, because she made it clear I would, because they asked her and she says, I'll never go back to him. But that's why you say never, right? So right now it seems like she has been regrouped, recharged. She took a separation, a break, and somehow or another, it's like they're trying to rekindle. I don't know if it's rekindle for love or it's a rekindle for just being better parents. Let's find out in the past. In the past, it was very mental. They fought a lot. This is the King of Swords. So it was a lot of mental going on, a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. Excuse me, being stuck in your way. You see clouds storming, a lot of gossip, a lot of people in their relationship. It was not a good time. The king here is showing to me that it was a very rigid time. Excuse me. It was a very rigid time, a very tough time, an airy time, stifle. It was very stifling during their past of together. Very stormy. It didn't start out that way. Let's see. Let me go back to another past. Go back before the end. What was it like? Yeah, she was the strength. If I go back before the breakup, she was the strength in the relationship. She was the one that was focusing on the health, focusing on it. And as you know, she's the type of person that will eat her own medicine, because you see her here as upside down, getting her hair straight, getting herself together, whereby at the time, even though she was doing drugs and high and all that stuff, and during the time when she was pregnant, not saying she was getting high, I'm talking about that's how she was before. And then you seen the tumultuous relationship. And she came in and she was strong and she helped Rob. She was a big beacon in his life. And everybody probably thought that she was good for Rob. He was losing weight. But then when she got pregnant, hormones and everything, family and everything changed. So looking at that past, but where she was so strong and so helpful, wound up being towards the end, very strong, very stifling, very demanding, cruel, arguments, a lot of people in it, just not a good time. And so here we see again, she sees Rob and they're talking and he's in this dead zone again, this death zone, like maybe not living up to his potential, maybe feeling a little blue, maybe lonely. I don't know. But yeah, she is again, vibrant as ever, mentally ready, and they're talking again. So whatever they had in common, it just seems like it is rearing its head again. And it just seems like Rob is opening to it. And it just seems to me that he probably didn't get over her. He probably loved her at one point more than she loved him. That's the best thing I could say. So if I put it over top of him, and I could see, yes, because even like this is Rob, right? And I could see over Rob a rekindling, a wanting to do it over again. I want to try it. I wouldn't mind doing it because she brought out the life in him. He was withering away. In China, she brought him back alive again. And what was beautiful became ugly because of the background, the noise, and people being in their relationship, and even with Black China. And I don't know how they would deal with it with Tonio Toki. Tony, not her name, not Tonio. Her name is, I forgot her name, forgive me. Black China's mother. So let's see, this woman's name is on my mind. I can't think how to say it. Tokyo Tony. There it is. Okay, so let's see how is she's doing about getting rekindled in a relationship. She seemed like she's ready to give. It's like she seemed like she's ready to jump in again. She's ready to jump in and help him to live again, breathe again, be again, come out from the shadows, come out from that. It's like, I'm patient. She knows how to do it. And by her healing herself, it could work. But I don't know. I don't know if this is a dog returning to its own vomit or not. I don't know. So let me go in here and let's see beneath them. What is Rob counting on? What does he expect from all of this? Hope. He hoped that they could do it again and do it right. Rob is dreaming about it. What about Black China? She's the Hierophant. She's spiritual. She's more spiritual about it. She's have her trepidation, but she's open towards it. She's open, but I don't think that she wants to make any sudden moves because everything over here is in red. In other words, she's very passionate about everything. Everything is red. Very, very passionate. Red. You see that? So, very passionate. And let me see what my color chart say about red. I know it has to deal with passion. But red, passion, energy, destruction, and a renewal. So we don't see no destruction. It just seemed like they was destroyed, but it could be a renewal going on. A renewal. I don't know, but it just seemed like it could be a renewal. So let's see where we're in the head department. It just seemed like they're contemplating, they're talking about everything. They're like rekindling, becoming friends again. But I don't know if this is a relationship of love. I do feel, is it feelings there? Is it feelings? Yes, most definitely. You see the card of nostalgia. So they're talking about the past. They're getting into it. This is definitely what I see. They're talking about the past. They're getting into it. They're really trying to fix it. I don't know why she would want Rob back. Or why would he want her back? But maybe they had a baby together, and maybe everything and where she was and where he was, it just wasn't right. But do I think that they should get back together? Let's see. It's up in the air. It's a very emotional. They got a lot of things that they have to deal with. They got a lot of things they need to talk about. A lot of things they got to air out. That's a shadow in their relationship. So there are some things that they really have to talk about. They have to talk about family. They're like ghosts of Christmas past. Can they make it? Because they don't want to get together just to fall apart. They don't want that. Because they know the world is going to talk, and Rob don't want that. He doesn't want it, but he'll take her back and take a chance, but not to be humiliated again. Let's see where she's at. Mentally, it's like, I'm ready. I'm financially ready. I'm mentally ready. It's like I want to take it slow, and I want to go slow. It's like Black China. She comes off as the nurturing type. And it's like she feels as though he needs her and she needs to be needed. in this outcome, it just seemed like if they could do it, everything will cease. Everything will cease. And Rob, with that new beginning and that ten of sword, and the sword, meaning all fighting is done, meaning all friction is done, meaning all the past has been worked out. There is no argument. There is none of that. It's all been worked out. That death is dead. They can start a new leaf, even if they just wind up being friends, but never go back to the way that it was. It was such a tumultuous relationship. And now I'm trying to figure, will they get back together? Let's find out. Let me draw. Let me just draw. Will they get back together? It's out in the open. So let's just do a quick shuffle. Let's see. Let's shuffle these cards up again. Will they get back together? Let me shuffle. Let me do 3 of them. And one more. And let's just see, because right now they're in a standstill desert place. You know, it's still a lot of energy. They still a union, mother, father, and child. But you see it, it's still a lot of passion. It's still a lot of hurt. You see, it's they're working at it. And that's the best way to go, to see if it works, because they don't want to be humiliated. Neither one of them want to go back to what they were. They want something new. And if they come out in the world, you know they're going to have to go up against a lot of things. And so they want to know that they are ready for that. Are they ready for that? Right now, it's a lot of the past that's there, that they're running from. They're not running from it, but they're trying to keep their distance from the past. Their past was tumultuous. So they're trying to leave that. They're trying to leave that past. They really are. As you see here, you see a 3. And everything is calm. It's cool right now. You see a 3. They're looking out. They're talking. You see here at a 7. You see that they really, really trying to leave the past and get far away from it. So let's see what this card says. This card is, they don't want this. They don't want to be destitute. They don't want what they had. They scared. That's what they talk about. They're afraid that they're going to go back to the way it was. And I guess Rob is saying it don't have to be. He's being the voice of reason while she's being the nurturer of the relationship, what brought them together from the very beginning. So let's add 2 more cards to this and let's see. Oh, it was really bad. So it just seems like maybe this is not a good idea for them to get back together. It may not be a good idea for them. It may be something that they're not ready to do, but it may not be a good idea. But the final card has the final say. But again, you see, this mimics this card. It seems like they're going to do what they're going to do. But this time, you see the lily and the rose. This time, you see the world. If they do it, that's got to be gone. They don't want the destruction. This is humiliating for the both of them. And for them to get back to end up here, neither one of them has grown. So if they go, they want to be able to, if they don't work out, they want to break up amicably. They don't want this. And so I definitely see Sword, the passion is there. Bob do want the family. China want it all, but they just don't know. They don't know. So let's see. My outcome card for this deck would be, they got to fight against the family, the naysayers, what people thinking, what people going to say. Are they ready for such a thing like that? Are they ready to take it on? Because it's saying if they don't, they're going to fall apart and be worse than what they were. And that is what they don't want. And right now, if they're contemplating and they're talking about it. But let's see what the oracle has to say. What the oracle has to say. Because right now, it's like saying if they get back together, it could be too soon. Work at it a little bit more. Maybe they're not trying to get together. Maybe they're just trying to be friends, but that's what it takes. because I don't see no reason why she would be there. But we'll see. The oracles will tell us. And one more. The oracle card. The oracle. Let's see. Let's see what it's going to be. You know. Oh. Let's see. We see a ring. Because I think if they're getting back together, she wants a commitment. I think they want committed. If they do this thing, they want to be committed. They want to be serious about it. They want to get married. I don't know. I feel trepidation, but the card, you can't see it. The card says ring. You can't see it, but it's a ring. It's a ring. If they do this, they want to go all the way with it. For the sake of the family, for their daughter, and, you know, for other reasons in between. This they thinking, and this is something they're not taking lightly. This card says think, but it also is a yes of getting back together. The ring is a yes. This decision making, they have a mind, an idea to consider, to believe. They really thinking about it, but it's not out and it's not etched in stone. They're just communicating at this point. And here we see something, but I definitely think there's two yeses and there is a no. And this is because of deception. I hope that no deception is found in it. But this is why they are doing it. So for anything that's going to come out, this is the time for it to come out while they are communicating and while they're working at it. But right now, it looks like the yes outweighs the no. And it looks like that they're really, really communicating. That's the main thing I'm getting from this, is communicating. And yes, there is talks about getting back together, but they are not ready to put that out there as of yet. They feel as though it's premature, and they're really considering their daughter because she's not a baby. She's not a little girl. She was pregnant. Now this little girl is older and she know better. So they're not trying to humiliate their daughter. They're not trying to put them out there in a bad light. They're trying to clean it and make it feel happy and give her the mother, the father, and all of that. But will they pull it off? I got to pull one more card. Let me go to the middle. Okay, this is it. It says old. And that's a maybe. And what does that mean? It means nostalgic. In other words, they can do it. They know that they are not no young chickens no more. They know they're getting older. They know what they want. And I'm getting a strong feeling that Rob never been married and Black China wants to marry, but she wants to marry for keeps. She wants to marry forever. And I think that she knows that Rob Kardashian can give her that. She knows it. She knows it. And whatever is popping in my head, I have to share, is when he was going with Adrian from The View, I think that was her name, the Spanish girl or Puerto Rican, whatever, Adrian. And he cheated on her and it broke him up. And ever since then, it devastated Rob. And so Rob now is a man that won't cheat. He learned the lesson, and Black China knows that about him. And that's what she loves. She can trust Rob. She can trust him, but she knows that she did things wrong. She let a lot of the family and a lot of other things get in the way, but she knows that she's not favored amongst the family. So for Rob to do this would be him going against his sisters. I think his mother will want him to be happy, but not temporary. A really commitment. So we'll see. I see 2 yes, I see no, and I see a maybe. So that is so promising. So as they work through this thing and talk this thing out, I can't say that they're going to get together like that, but I am saying that they are communicating. And if anything come out of it, they'll be good friends. If they find that they cannot no longer be lovers, because both of them turned over a new leaf and they don't want it, and they certainly don't want it for their child. I don't even know if they even want to do a show with them. I don't know. things are so different for the both of them because they both struggled at this, both of them. And it was not easy. So for a mother and a father to have a child together, to try to reason together, I wish they could. I wish that DDG and Holly could get back together and talk and reason for the child's sake. And this is what I see. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a brief reading, I know, but I wanted to know, but I can't say they're going to get back together. I can't say that, but I can say the talk is in the air. And it seems like it's more to than it isn't, but it's not clear. Right now, it's up in the air. That's what I see. Let me think. It's up in the air. They're talking, negotiating, talking because they have history and they had things that they ended very, very nasty and it ended up in a court case. So this is very, very, very nasty ending. Sorry. So we'll see how this ends. We will see. And, but like I said, when anytime a couple get together and they're willing to talk and they're willing to reason and they're willing to look at the past and both of them have turned over a new leaf, they could work, but time will tell. I will keep an eye on this and see if it's just talking to as negotiations or is this talking to get back together. We will see. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Baby Crone. You missed it, but that's okay because I know you wanted to eat something.
Yes.
So, but with this being said, we'll see how it all ends out. I hope it ends for the good. I think what they're learning is the final card I got is it could work, but you would have to forsaken all others.
Oh.
All the negative from the outside, from the family, and they have to get together where they could be on one accord and keep out all others. That is the only way that they can work. And I don't know if Rob is willing to do that. That means he may have to move from under his mother's place, or I don't know if he's willing to do that. Maybe that's not it, but it's deep talks like that, deep conversations like that they are having. Gotcha. Because Black China know that them girls not feeling her at all, but they love their brother. Are they willing to give her a chance? All these things they're talking about. And not that Black China care, but if Black China want Robert, she's going for him. And if Robert wants Black China, he's going for her. And right now it appears that he still feelings for her. And she's realizing she have feelings for them. But it was a horrible, horrible situation. And I'm sure that the world looking at it is pulling their hands saying, no, no, no. But can things be redeemed? And are things redeemable? And that's what's up in the air, and time would reveal, and we'll keep close and see what happens.
I like that.
We will follow this. And with that being said, you know what we said. Oh, give us a thumbs up. If you happen to like this video, please give us a thumbs up. I wish that I could be more precise, but this is all in negotiation right now. They are really talking, and it was so horrible. And even if they was together, they're not going to share it with the world. Not now. So time would reveal. Okay. And with that being said, if you like this video, please, again, give us a thumbs up. It's so appreciated. And we see you doing it, but can you do more? After all, you all see, we give you everything. We give you our heart.
We do.
Can you give us a thumbs up?
Please.
Please. Please. And, people say, don't beg. I'm just trying to show you how bad we need it.
Yeah,
that's it. And if you haven't become a sunflower, well, the doors are always open.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And with that being said, you know what we say to send love in this earth, which needed,
Sunflowers.